Shem Angel 61, Umabel. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. This is Taliesin McKnight, and today we are taking a look at the Shem Angel of Astrology, of the language of the stars. And as we could see, astrology is very important. And so understanding the language of the heavens is associated with this angel. So Shem Angel 61 governs 0 up until 5 degrees of Aquarius. Shem Angel 61, Umabel. I'm going to read the office here. This office is taken from The Science of the Kabbalah by Lazare Lenain, published in the 19th century, so this is from a later period, but many people use the office of the angel. It says, this genius rules astronomy and physics and influences all those who distinguish themselves in these fields. The person born under this influence will love travel and all honest pleasures, and will have a sensitive heart, and love will cause him or her sorrow. It says that the person born under this influence, for that person will have a sensitive heart, and love will cause him or her sorrow. Now, we need to take anything that we read with the Shem Angels with a grain of salt, so to speak. Okay, just because the text says something doesn't mean that's exactly how it is. All of these qualities, the psalm verse, the divine attribute, the office, all of these things are like signposts that help us to establish contact with the angels. These are things to be reflected upon, and once we have an interaction, the angels themselves will often open themselves up to you in their mysteries. So all of these things, whether it be the psalm verse or the divine attribute, they are like signposts that lead us to establish a communication, a working partnership. So just because Lazare Lenain says something does not make it so. The divine attribute of this angel, and here we are looking at Oedipus Egyptiacus, published in 1654 by Athanasius, the Jesuit Athanasius Kircher. This is from 1654, the divine attribute of the angel. The divine attribute is the essence of the angel. The divine attribute shows the aspect of God that comes through the angel, like light, that it's like a light that shines through each angel. The divine attribute is not there for no reason. These things are things for us to reflect upon and understand kind of the dynamic energy of each angel. The divine attribute. Wherever you look, whether it be anytime you look up Umabel, anywhere you go, whether it's some kind of occult encyclopedia or wherever else, I think it's better to stick to the source text, but wherever you look, you're going to see the divine attribute mentioned. The divine attribute of this angel is God above every name. God above every name. Athanasius Kircher, in his Oedipus Egyptiacus, the Latin, is Deus super omne nomen, God above every name. So in understanding Umabel, and really understanding this angel, we need to reflect upon the divine attribute, God above every name. What is a name? A name is a label. God is above every name. The truth of the divine expressed in this angel is that God is beyond all names. Any image that we have of God is going to fall short. God is not a man in the sky named George. Creation comes out of God. There's nothing that we can compare the divine essence to. All we can know it is that it is eternal, timeless. It is beyond time. It is timeless, eternal, all-pervading. It is beyond language. The divine nature is beyond human language, beyond every name. It is timeless, eternal, all-pervading. The divine is beyond speech. It's beyond speech. So the divine is beyond speech. And beyond, it's like the Tao that can be named is not the eternal Tao. When you put words to it, you assign qualities to the divine, it's always going to fall short. It is beyond the speech and the silence, and the speech in the silence. So it is beyond speech. It's beyond anything we could say about the divine nature. And the last few Shem angels, like one was all-pervading God. So one is the timeless God, so the source of all being, above every name. So these are the different attributes of these angels. God beyond all names. It is beyond speech. And also silence doesn't really express God either, or the speech in the silence. Meaning even when we silence our minds and we draw within, what we experience in that type of gnosis still falls short. So it's beyond speech, the silence, and the speech in the silence. God beyond every name. That's interesting. If we look at the divine attribute again, this angel governs astrology. This is an angel of astrology and astronomy and physics. So we could say that the divine is expressed in the knowledge of the stars. So this angel is both God beyond every name, and also it is an angel associated with astronomy, astrology and physics, the knowledge of the heavens. One could also say that if you look at the Hebrew alphabet, and of course take anything that I say about the Shem angels with a grain of salt also. Anything that I say, these videos, the purpose of these videos is just to kind of get things going, okay? Just because I say something doesn't make it so. But looking about a little bit at the divine attribute, God beyond every name. And yet this is an angel associated with the knowledge of the heavens and the stars. One could say that the heavens and the stars are a type of divine language. If you look at the Kabbalah all the way back to the Sefer Yetzirah, we see that the heavens are a divine alphabet. We see that the 7 double letters correspond to the planets. There's 7 double letters in the Hebrew alphabet. So the 7 double letters, all the way back to the Sefer Yetzirah, the 7 double letters represent the planets. I mean, the simple double letters. The 12 simple letters correspond to zodiac signs. And the 3 mother letters to elements. So within the 22 Hebrew letters, the 22 letters of the Hebrew alphabet, right there we have elements, planets, and signs. We could say that the language, the divine language, is found in the wind and in the sea and in the fire. The divine language is found in the heavens and in the turning of the heavens. This is a type of divine language. We see this Kabbalistically. You know, like I said, the 3 mother letters are the elements, the 7 double letters, the planets, the 12 simple, the zodiac signs. So you could say that the heavens are a type of divine language. What is astrology? Logos means word or speech, and reason. Logos means word or speech. So astrology actually means language of the stars. And of course for Agrippa, and if we look out at the Book of Nature, this goes all the way back to Hermetic philosophy as well. Through the Book of Nature, magic is about becoming attuned to that still, subtle voice. Magic is about beginning to commune with the 7 planets. Magic, planetary magic, is quite literally communication with the 7 planets. We live in an ensouled universe, communication with the heavenly bodies, with celestials, and also understanding the language of herbs, stones, and animals. knowing the language of different plants and animals. So a big part of magic is understanding the different qualities of different stones and plants, understanding the symbolism of different animals, plants, and stones. This is about understanding the language, being able to listen. Magic is found in the rustling of the wind and in the voice of the fire. So, we see here that this angel is associated with astrology and also God beyond all names. The Psalm verse in the Masoretic text is Psalm 113, verse 2. This is the Psalm verse of the angel. Blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forever. So although the divine attribute is God beyond all names, God beyond every name, Deus super omne nomen, God above every name, the attribute is, blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forever. So we could see here that we have this idea of God beyond any name, and yet the Psalm verse talks about the name of God being beyond all names, and it governs astrology. If we look at the Gematria, it's very important that we take Gematria also with a grain of salt. Just because two words add up to each other doesn't always mean anything. But it is interesting. It is interesting to look at. The Gematria of Umabel, that is Vav Mim Beit Aleph Lamed. Umabel, the Gematria value is 79. And 79 is also the Gematria of Boaz. So the Gematria, or numerical value, in Hebrew, there is no separate way to write numbers in Hebrew, so letters do double duty as letters and numbers. Like the letter Aleph is Aleph, but it's also the number 1. Or the letter Dalet isn't just the sound D, it's also the number 4. So if you add up the Hebrew letters in Boaz, that's Beit, Ayin, Nun. Beit is 2, Ayin is 70, that's 72. Plus Nun is 50, so, 72. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Beit is 2, Ayin is 70, and Zion is 7. So 2 plus 70 is 72, plus 7 is 79. Boaz equals 79, and so does Umabel. Boaz, there are two pillars on the tree of life. Boaz is about form. It is the pillar of form. It's what gives a concrete form to the formless. And the energy is Yakin, which also equals 79. So Yakin, or Yachin, is Yud, Aleph, Chet, Yud, Nun. Yakin and Boaz both equal 69. So it's energy that's behind form, and then you have form. And then you have this idea of the nameless, the all-pervading, the nameless. And then you have giving that form and name. Okay? So it's interesting, this idea of God beyond all named, God beyond every name. And then the Psalm verse is, blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forever. So God is beyond all names, so blessed be the name. And if we look at the office of this angel, it's of astronomy and astrology, the language of the stars. And Yakin and Boaz equal 69. It's energy that's behind form, and the form that gives that energy a structure and a form. So again, we could see that although God is beyond all qualities when we look at the heavens, and really you could say that stones and plants and animals they are concrete, they embody the heavenly qualities, the celestial qualities. So you could say that the celestials are the language of the divine. It is the divine language, the divine name. Also, 79 is Ada, Ayin Dalet He. 79, it's union. We could think of the stars as intermediaries. It's like a divine, it's like a sandwich. We have the divine realm, and we have our realm here. and then the stars or the astrological realm is like the intermediaries. Okay, it's what's above us. It's not quite divine, but it's close. So from a Renaissance magic perspective, very much this idea and this understanding would be prevalent, that the astrological realm is a type of intermediary realm. Also, interestingly, so Umabel, with the L at the end, is 79. But if we take away the L, so each angel is a divine name with L or Yah put at the end. If we take away the L, Umab, the Gematria is 48. That's Vav, Mim, that's 46. Wait, what is it? Yeah, 6 plus 40 plus Bait. So that's 48. And 48 is the Gematria of Kokov, which means star or planet in Hebrew. So Umab, the root name of the angel, the divine name of Umabel, has the Gematria of 48, and so does Kokov, which means star or planet. And also Venus, but star or planet. So literally the Gematria of the angel name means star or planet, and then the divine office is dealing with astrology. So, and also Venus and the deacon of this the deacon of this angel, the deacon that governs the first 10 degrees of Aquarius, this angel governs the first 5 degrees. The first 10 degrees together is Venus in Aquarius, so that's the deacon. So there you can see kind of a correlation between the deacon and the Shem angel, which doesn't always happen. So what can we work with this angel with? We know that Umabel governs the first 5 degrees up to 5 degrees of Aquarius, okay? It governs astrology. Its divine attribute is God beyond all names. Well, we could work with it for several things. Understanding astrology is important. Understanding astrology. Let's say that someone is doing astral projection or dream work with the Shem angels. It might be interesting to ask the angel to reveal to you some of the secrets of astrological magic or understanding the astrology. So if you want to understand astrology, or you want to understand astronomy or physics, actually, according to this, you can go to Umabel. So that's pretty interesting. So astronomy, physics, astrology, sciences like that. Let's say that you're looking for an important book on astrology and you want help finding the right book. Or let's say you want help understanding your own chart. Or you want to understand astrological talismanic magic. These angels, this angel is a teaching angel. So this is a teaching angel. So these are some of the things that you can work with Umabel with. Understanding the knowledge of astrology. Okay, understanding astronomy, astrology, things like that, physics. The office then goes on to, so this is what the office says in Lazare Lenain's Les Sciences Kabbalistiques, or Science of the Kabbalah. This genius rules astronomy and physics and influences all those who distinguish themselves in these fields. The person born under this influence is talking about a birth angel. The person born under this influence will love travel and all honest pleasures, will have a sensitive heart, and love will cause him or her sorrow. So as with anything, you know, I would take that with a grain of salt. If this is your birth angel, does it mean that you're going to have sorrow and love? I mean, it could be, but like I said, we don't have to be dogmatic. We should not be, because everything that we're talking about here, these are like signposts that help us to establish contact with the angel. The name of the angel, Umabel. The divine attribute, God beyond every name. The psalm verse, blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. So the name, attribute, psalm verse. Name, attribute, psalm verse, and then the office. All of these things, by reflecting on these things, it can open up communication with the angel. And for those of you that are using a contemplative method, a contemplative approach with the angels, well, if you're using a contemplative method that I've been talking about, then there may come a time when suddenly in a flash of light things open up for you and you have that realization of what is the essence of the angel. So while we're contemplating upon the psalm verse and the attribute and the name of the angel, we can get a glimpse. Through these things there may come a moment within a burst of realization you come to the core, the essence, which is the goal. That is the purpose of why we're doing magic. We're doing it for two purposes, ideally. One is to obtain our desires. It's practical. You're in this to get things, okay? In this case, astrological knowledge. Second, an understanding of the divine nature. And this aspect of working with the angels, that's beyond just a new job or an enhanced love life or healing or abundance or not, but beyond all these things, these are externals. We come closer to the divine essence and the divine nature. So while we're getting our material things that we want, we're being lifted up towards the angels. So this is why I recommend doing name, attribute, psalm verse, name, attribute, psalm verse, name, attribute, psalm verse, for those of you that have a devotion with the angel. So, in a nutshell, that is Shem Angel 61 Umabel. I'll just quickly go over these because I like to do repetition. Repetition is important. You come out of it retaining the knowledge. There's nothing worse than watching a video and not really remembering what you heard. It's important repetition. So one more time and quickly. So Umabel is Shem Angel 61. It governs 0 up until 5 degrees of Aquarius, which the sun is in right now. It is from the choir of archangels. According to Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus, published in 1654. And the divine attribute is God above every name. The Latin is Deus super omne nomen, God above every name, beyond all name. That is the essence of the angel, is God beyond every name. The psalm verse, again in the Masoretic text, is Psalm 113, verse 2. Blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. The divine attribute, the divine office, according to very late 19th century science of the Kabbalah, this genius rules astronomy and physics and influences all those who distinguish themselves in these fields. The person born under this influence will love travel and all honest pleasures, will have a sensitive heart, and love will cause him or her sorrow. And the divine cabal, which is a kind of dream magic grimoire. The divine cabal, I'm quoting here from Wellcome Manuscript 3203, Umabel governs from the 20th of January to the 24th inclusively. The verse from whence is derived his name is the second verse of the 112th Psalm. It's using the Septuagint numbering. Blessed be the name of the Lord now and forever. So that in a nutshell is Umabel. And I was going to say something else is kind of important. I hate it when I do that in these, there was something else. Well, anyways, I'll think of it and I may add something later, but we're working through the 72 Shem Angels together, and we're doing this in this videos, and I've seen many people on Facebook and elsewhere that they're also working with the angels. I've been seeing it a lot. People are really posting up more about their own Shem Angel experiences. Hopefully these videos can help people to kind of open the door to Shem Angel magic, because many people are interested in Shem Angel magic, but they don't know where to start. So hopefully these videos can help people to kind of have some kind of an understanding of the 72 angels of the Shem Ha Mepharesh, which were very important in Renaissance magic. This is Renaissance angel magic that has continued on to today, through the centuries. The qualities of this angel, the psalm verse, the divine attribute, and all of these things has been very consistent throughout the last 500 years. And then, of course, in the 1800s and the 19th century, we had Lazare Lenain adding the office, which many people do to good effect. So anyways, that is Shem Angel 61 Umabel. Thank you so much for joining me. It really means a lot having y'all here with me on these videos. All of you are amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see y'all in the next video. All right, and I'm going to post this up to YouTube as well. Have a great day, y'all. All right, see y'all in the next video, y'all. I appreciate you. All right, have a great day.